Hello, hello. Yeah, I apologize about the timing today. I stretched myself way too goddamn thin over the holiday break, trying to do too much. Which is going pretty well, all things considered, but... Don't know actions have consequences? Yeah, this is. And so to that note, we are not going to be doing GAC tonight. We will be doing it tomorrow. For reasons that we will talk about tomorrow. The round will either be possibly winnable or a test room. I think it's winnable. I think it's a very winnable, but we shall wait until tomorrow to help determine, because we could always just do some stranger testing. And that would be cool as well. Alright, let's get to Maul, shall we? Kind of a moment of truth. And Stranger is solid without him, but this will help inform the game's near future. Alright. He's not a tank? Hello? Does he have Bruiser? Hitting category large character. I don't think it's hidden. I think everyone knows that just by looking at him. Pills by Spider-Man was born from reviewing our anniversary celebration plans. We use the primary opportunity to bring this partially mechanical witness to the holo tables. I felt the Starkiller team made for a great home as that group is inherently a bit hodgepodge. Yeah, I would say that works. Also, the added benefit that we can more closely design Stranger all together, so making sure each brought unique mechanics that amplify the team's overall power. It's been a nervous glee at the idea of putting Starkiller, Stranger, and Maul all on the same team. I think it'd be cool. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, of course it is, Emily. Unique 1, a hatred sustains. Whenever Maul takes damage, he gains 3 stacks of Edge of Madness. Until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and he has a 5% chance to gain 75% or more. A 5% chance whenever he takes damage. Very slim odds, which makes it sound like he would be a tank. Maul can't be instantly defeated. Okay, cool. While Maul is at certain health thresholds, he gains cumulative effects. Web of Descent, 75% health or less, plus 50% offense, can't recover health below 75. 50% or less, plus 25 speed. When he takes damage, he instead has a 10% chance, can't recover health above 50%. Ooh. Trail lead? Web of Descent, 3, 25% health or less. 2,200% defense. Okay, but that's fake. We know that's fake. The man slams himself to defense cap. And 100% offense. When Maul hits this threshold, he gains bonus protection 100% for 2 turns and takes a bonus turn, which can't recover health above 25%. Okay. Hey, quick question, real quick. Health effects. Health. Percent health. He takes reduced damage for percent health effects. Thank fuck. Okay. Back to regularly scheduled. On TW at the start of battle, Maul gains 30% max health and offense and 100 stacks of Edge of Madness. Max 100 until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Whenever Maul is damaged, he instead has a 25% chance to gain 100% turn meter. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to see what the starting 100 edge does. But I mean, its reactivity, obviously, for an Omicron, you would like to see it higher, but in TW, a 25% chance across 50 attempts could still fuck things up, right? That's kind of the advantage of TW's design space in some ways. But on an individual player basis, it's a little bit less satisfying. Very big picture. Very, you run a TW analyze, and then you see roughly 25% fail rate. And like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't think we need the tips. I think it's all straightforward. You need to always remember I am fear. The start of each, or the start of battle, Maul gains 25% max health from each other dark side ally and 25% offense for each other non-dark side ally. So 3v3, no offense, go fuck yourself. It doesn't say Jedi or Ufu though, interestingly. Hatred and 5 stacks of anguish until the end of battle, which can be copied, dispelled, or prevented. He loses all protection and gains that much max health. Takes reduced damage for percent health damage effects. Okay, so protection to health conversion plus percent health. Cool. We are there. We are in it. This man is a Malik, but hopefully more proactive archetype, which is a pretty underexplored archetype. If there is an enemy Kenobi, Maul gains 20 stacks of Edge of Madness, stacking max 100 until the end of the encounter. During Maul's first turn each encounter, he ignores taunt effects. Maul's attacks can't be evaded or countered, and he's immune to ability block, Fear, and Redeemed. Okay, so that's the Juhani Omicron answer everyone was worried about. Immune to ability block, Starkiller makes you immune to stun, immune to fear, so no stun effects for him. Well, technically, there might be other stun effects, but stun and fear both covered. Shock, still fair game, but a lot of what Chimera does is bonus turns. Chimera's self stuff, I think, can be Terminator at times, but not for allies. If there were no ally galactic legends at the start of battle until the first time Maul is defeated, enemies defeated by dark side allies can't be revived. Thank fuck. It had to have happened. There was no way this ship was getting out of harbor if there wasn't a revive prevention somewhere in that mix. There just wasn't. You had to have this. If there is at least one other active ally at the start of each character's turn, mark... Well, wait. No. Yeah, until if there are no ally galactic legends. So you could fight Hondo. You could kill Vane and be like, thank you. You are mine. I am taking you permanently forever. Good night. And good luck. Yeah. I mean, okay, that's what they wanted to get behind Maul, though, because it would be too easy to stranger a Pirate Gang Hunter right now without Maul. I gotcha. I see the vision. If there's at least one other active ally at the start of each character's turn, mark the healthiest Ufu ally? If there's at least one other active ally at the start of each character's turn, mark the healthiest Ufu ally? If there's no active GL at the start of a battle, if there is one other person alive, mark the healthiest Ufu ally? That's just not conditional. Which can't be dispelled or resisted. And they get 20% bonus protection until the end of that turn. He's somehow we got Mandalore lead. There's no dispel. He's a better Mandalorian leader than fucking Bo-Katan Mandalore. That works on Seer. Sorry, I just realized the song is looping, but I feel like it fits, so fuck it. I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. Wow. Obviously, a lot of the time this will be himself. At times that could be Starkiller, which is a bit spooky. But it could also be Cal. This makes it could be Balin. It could easily be Balin. Well, if you bench Starkiller, I guess. Cielos is too squishy for it. JTR tank. She's got the self-cleanse, if we're talking Mandalore lead. Mark JTR every turn, percent chance to cleanse herself. This just so fucking strongly sounds like, yeah, it's not Vsauce. What on earth? What even? But then, yeah, OG Cal will not be shabby either, right? You could go full tank Cal, turn him into a pseudo tank. But that doesn't. I mean, obviously, you know, when a Cal is on defense, very often you are kind of incentivized to be attacking him. But that is not to say, like, the man is equipped to be able to do some tanking should your strategy call for it. I like, normally I would shy away from, like, what I like to call is, like, you're tutoring your opponent into how to beat you. But I think he can get away with it a lot of the time. With the tools that this team has, you could do worse. All right. Where do we want to go from here? I have no idea what's going to be here. I'm just going to hit play. Wow. You could have just stopped there. I would have been like, all right, that's cool. I'm good. I appreciate it. What the hell? So if the assumption is he's going to be a lot of self-marking, then he is technically the squad's tank. There is no IG-90 situation here. You are not shirking your duty. Do the damn thing. Fuck, man. That's a hell of a clause to write. And it's not Omicron locked? That shit just works. That shit just works. Hell yeah. Hatred, just a refresher. 100% offense, 100% defense. Revive. The revive prevention is only for enemy team, not self. But of course, they could do it to you should you allow them. Or should they choose a squad that just does it. Anguish. So, does he... She's immune to percent health. So is Anguish reduced? Does he gain more Anguish? I mean, Maul proactively spends Anguish, correct? Me at the start of high school, me at the end of high school. Yeah, build Anguish, spend Anguish. Yeah. So this man will be parked at 5. Okay. Takes damage equal to... We're in gray area here. It might be reduced, it might not. I would suspect it would not be because the amount of offense you would gain would be so minimal. But yeah, we are in like drain tank territory. Hey, quick question. Hell still 45%? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Hey, other quick question. Speed 168. Cool. Crit chance 50%. Well, but hatred 25%. But if he dies, you're no longer 75. This man is a strength attacker. And hatred is the only in-kit source, so unless I'm forgetting some shit. What? How did I type in straw and get star? Unless I did not. Maybe I did not. Critical chance. 100% critical chance while they have protection? Yeah, sorry, fucko. Oh, you just converted it all? My bad. But because he's always health, he always has plus 100% defense. I'm gonna be honest, I think that's preferable. Yeah, the free crit chance here is Star Killer only, so no freebies here. 75 base until he dies once, and then choose your own fate. Do you try to mod for the gap, or do you just accept the new you? Maul ability to heal means you won't taunt later on? I mean, sure. But that's what I'm talking about, shit like Cat Off Tank. Thank fuck he can't be instantly defeated, man. That needed to happen. This also means that your Starkiller is eligible to be an off-tank. Bruiser Starkiller, the Starkiller that I've almost always run, is kind of a necessity. Unless you are just saying, I'm going to kill you before you can do enough to my Maul that my Starkiller will get marked. You better be ready. What is this? I gotta be. Fuck whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. Fuck, dude. Again, we could just stop here. We could just stop here, and I would be satisfied. Cooldown of 4, Howl of the Broken. Yeah, he's broken, alright. Deal physical damage, daze, and inflict healing meter for 2 turns on all enemies. AoE daze, AoE healing immunity, resistible, dispellable. But impactful. Call all dark side attacker allies to assist, means himself. That also includes characters like Malakos, should you place him in a squad of Siriunda. That would also include Balin, Shin, and Marok, if you were to place him in a squad of Balin. This man is plug and play. Maul gains crit damage up and opposite for 2 turns if he has 50 or more stacks of Edge of Madness, inflicts feral enemies for 1 turn. Okay. Remove 60% TM from all enemies and all dark side attacker allies gain 60% turn meter? Somebody pointed out that there was a parallel to be spoken of like Stranger to Maul being kind of like Revan to Malik. I don't think that's wrong at this point. Now, granted, it's a bit of a flawed comparison because Revan has some baggage and then like Revan was kind of struggling until Malik came around, and I don't think that's going to be true here. Even if Stranger isn't really getting posted on defense at some point, he will still be oppressive on offense, right? The man does not give his team 5 ferocity stacks. We'll put it that way, right? Can we agree? But it's still like, damn. Things just kind of start to snap into place with Maul here. Well, on TW, if target enemy is afflicted with bleed, inflict a stack of bleed. Bleed is getting involved here, which can't be dispelled or resisted. Critical of the target immune by 1, which can't be resisted. Compared to his other special, Deals relatively light damage, but has a lot of power and synergy. Yeah, it's a utility move. Bleak Air by heals with Mr. Bond. How do you heal if you're immune to healing? It's dispellable, though, sir. Give Bleed the Plague. You can't dispel debuffs, and then we shall talk. Like, yes, but, it's 2026 Galaxy of Heroes. Attackers have, like, full squad cleansing at this point. It's fine. It's not taking out power budget, right? The character's still clearly strong. It's harmless. And then yeah, AoE 2-turn days. Pretty cool thing to be doing. Yeah, good ability. It feels very similar to Pause. It's just like, this shit just does a lot. Special ability 1, Relentless Malice. Deal physical damage to target enemy 4 times and inflict a stack of bleed, max 6, which can't be dispelled or resisted until the end of the encounter. Target already has max stacks of bleed, trigger their damage. Max stacks of bleed is 5, right? I want to say. Maul has 30 or more stacks of Edge of Madness, reduce the cooldown of Howl to Broken by 1. If Maul has 60 or more stacks of Edge of Madness, he deals an additional instance of true damage to target enemy equal to 30% of his max health. A bit of Malgus flair in here. All in TW, deal physical damage an additional 4 times. Fuck the Gungans, I guess. Goddamn. Inflict an additional 5 stacks of bleed, which can't be dispelled or resisted until the end of the encounter. Yeah, 30 more stacks of Edge of Madness reduce the cooldown of Howl the Broken instead of the bleed. I see. This ability has very high damage potential against single targets. Your Honor, check the tapes. The man has 6,900 offense. Okay, so it's like a 400% ratio. He's a strength attacker. His armor pin's 377, so solid. Wait, what is this? I mean, I assume this is the true damage, but is it supposed to be health scaling? So is that just 30% of his base health listed here? That's if you upgrade CC ratio? Not really. It's like 90% per hit, right? 85? Yeah. This is just an expression of this times the ratio. That's the bleed max, gotcha. I mean, so 85 times 4, 340%. It's solid. It's not earth-shattering. It's solid. Yeah, it will be a fine damage move. Certainly interested in this as well as this. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict a stack of bleed, which can't be dispelled or resisted until the end of the encounter. Also, a quick question. Stranger, armor pen, not great. Starkiller, armor pen, better. This maybe could be an armor pen squad. I don't particularly give a shit about Chimera's damage output. The problem is, I think I'm still leaning towards bulk. Unless it's a very specific magic call, just like it's gonna be a slugfest. I just need to go kill you. I think I'd rather be on health. I mean, if we're running Barriscalia, I think still health. Similar Fracture. Fractured Fury. Man. Asked and answered. Deals the damage target me inflicts a stack of bleed max 6, which can't be dispelled or resisted until the end of the encounter. That also happens out of turn, I assume. Bleed out of turn, like if it's being applied at volume, I am more interested in. It was really just batches like I bleed you once every 3 or 4 turns. I was like, bro, what are we doing here? Please. Gain a stack of Edge of Madness, max 100 stacks until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Okay. Once per encounter, during his turn, Maul inflicts fracture on target enemy until each of his allies has taken a turn, or until he is defeated. Till each of his allies has taken a turn. I mean, if you're going like a slow tanky cow, that could certainly achieve that. Obviously, the Starkiller base 75 speed will... A slow cow will still not be that slow. But, I don't know. It's alright enough. Bleed is 5% speed. So if it's being applied at volume, right? I mean, minus 25% speed could be pretty decent. Yeah, he's got negative stacking defense, but I think we could be okay. Or at least by the time that his defense is so far negatively stacked that you would become slightly sad. You're getting all the benefits, and then the extra defense will kick in anyway. They'll be alright. Yep, GL's fracture minus 50% speed. Okay, so hopefully turn 1 he does special 2, calls himself to assist or fracture with taunt ignore on the unique. And then but Chimere can't ignore taunt, right? So that's a you're gonna need Starkiller before Chimere, I guess, in a perfect world. But Chimere very often will just go first himself. Right, the enemy uses an AoE and Chimere's like, hi, I'd like to introduce myself. So the whole fracture insta-kill thing on defense is not guaranteed. Interesting. I know when fracture happens, all enemies lose 1% TM. I recall that. That is the only fracture call out. You will have to earn your fracture insta-kill on defense. I see it. Alright. I mean, since I last read it, Twitter for DSP, it does not sound like that big of a delta. His small fast, he's like 168. 168 plus 75, so pretty fast. Stranger lead, I don't think gave speed, does it? I just find it very funny to me that the callouts are just like, hey, he can't be JKL leaded. Brother, if I'm playing JKL leaded against a stranger, I'm like in fucking survival horror. I am... I am in danger. JKL exists to bully teams that don't have reactivity. This squad... And also are not immune to stuns. This squad... let's say you run JML. You press the JKL button, it's JKL's turn. You do the AoE stun, nobody gets stunned, their speed gets reduced. but then they're all just about to go before you. Good luck. Die well. Good God, man. Alright, that's Maul. Not disappointing. That makes me think it's this I prefer Freshing Moon and Mirror. That's true. But again, I mean, you don't have Taunt Ignore on and Maul is just going to keep bouncing that fucking taunt around. There is almost no way that you can cash that shit out. Or he's going to keep bouncing the mark around. Like, mechanically, the mirror is just fucked. And Maul can't be instantly defeated. You would have to ignore taunt, fracture somebody else, do enough damage to Maul that the mark bounced over to them, and then did the Chimera Basic. Alright. Coming soon to a theater near you. Did not disappoint. Good ass character. Flexible too. We still have not really tapped on the Syrian Balin side of things. The idea of being able to shift around people depending on your strategic interests looks very, very real now. Yeah, Maul and Seer could be very cool. Maul and Balin, probably not shabby either. Just having a constant mark remarking on Balin. That just sounds alright. You could do a hell of a lot worse. Artem Balin was going to happen, but I got a bit of cold feet because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with him anyway. But then again, with how he's doing right now, it actually might not be bad. The problem is Balin, I feel like it's rarely first to die to shit like Ungans. Something to get that lock smell to Star Color. That's what I'm saying. Seer and Balin all have, like, the best parts of his kit work for Seer and Balin. The character's just good. Cool. The game really badly needed something like this. Now, CG. If you want to just, like, take a kit vaguely at this power level, but you make this say light, look at the roster. Look at the options right now. The options for Starkiller right now are Cal Kestis and JTR. And that is it. And don't you dare fucking say Visos Varn. Grow up. Welcome to the real world. Factional. Not really factional, but it really kind of needs to. Seer is the only character that, like, really kind of lets her come online. And, like, to some degree, Ahsoka, right? But they're not running. It was her. Or them. Pretty factional. Factional. Not factional, technically, but in the ways that matters. Factional. Extremely old. Yeah. Extremely good, cool, Dark Side Online Force user. Please, God. Give us a light side Ufu of this quality at some point. Marin 2. Make it happen. Make her a Lusufu. Alright. Vassal update? There's no support cron up there, right? Yeah, there was no shot that shit was getting fixed by now. That would be insane, so I've done it. Revan or Satele is in the late slot. Looks broadly the same. Mission got a TW Omicron. All allies are Old Republic and the leader is a Jedi. At the start of battle, Mission Veo gains the Jedi faction tag. All allies gain 100 speed for 1 turn and they are immune to cooldown reduction. Whatever mission uses their basic, all allies gain a pause for 2 turns. If Zalbar is not an ally, the start of battle, mission's abilities all consider the leader to be Zalbar. Jedi mission? The riposte Jedi has only really mattered in context of lessons of the past. We need to read Satele to know what the fuck any of this means. Only Basil changes, checking Satele lead. That's what I read. I don't feel like anything was missing. Maybe it was fixed by now. Alright. Grandmaster of the Old Republic. Old Republic allies have 50% max protection and offense doubled for Old Republic Jedi. Whenever a marked enemy damages an Old Republic ally, that ally recovers protection equal to the damage received at the end of the turn. It was a cool effect in Dark Ray. It's cool to see here. Whenever a marked enemy damages an Old Republic ally. It's a marked enemy though, not a marked ally. Sorry, I was thinking Maul shit. My bad. While Satele is taunting, whenever another Old... Is she? Light side tank. Old Republic Jedi. Whenever another Old Republic ally is damaged, that ally gains high morale for 3 turns. It's not going to be explained here. It's an old effect. I want to say it's from the assault battles. Whenever Old Republic allies attack at a turn, they reduce their cooldowns by 1. Target is marked, reduce their cooldowns by 2 instead. That's a lot. Okay, so the tension that's going to be sitting over this kit. Old Republic characters are very old. I mean, they're not that old. In the big picture of the game, they're not that old. But they are pretty simple, right? Like, Jedi Knight Revan getting cooldown reduction, cool. It's going to help him mark an AoE more. But relative to modern power levels, Revan is... Like, Revan Mass back in the day was like, and then I do a fuck ton of damage and destroy you. And now it's just like, you mark and then you do something better. Because the damage that you do is inconsequential. So a big question hanging over Satele for me is, what is the new Old Republic identity? To, like, what's the game plan? Like, what are we aiming to do here? Because it's cool to have all that cooldown reduction, but there has to be some threat of danger behind it. Whenever an enemy resists a debuff from Old Republic allies, inflict tenacity down on them. Whenever he is inflicted with a debuff from Old Republic allies, also inflicts speed down on them. While Old Republic allies have Fearless, they are immune to down. Is Fearless the way? Old Republic Jedi allies with legendary battle meditation are immune to daze. That's cool flavor. Whenever an Old Republic Jedi ally ends their turn, and if no other allies have legendary battle meditation, Basil Sean takes a bonus turn? Whenever an Old Republic Jedi ally ends their turn, and if no other allies have legendary battle meditation. No other allies having battle med. That's so specific. I mean, so, assuming, because battle med is only 1 turn, alright? So in theory, you could maybe build your turn order that, like, a Basil goes first, and the last person goes. Yeah, I'm not sure. Whenever an old Republic Jedi ally attacks at a turn, they do bonus true damage based on Satele's max protection. Hey, what's the ratio? Quick question. Control F protection. It sounds like it's 20%. Okay, so on a Revan mass, you would ostensibly be either 80 or 100 if the self-assist counts. If all allies are Old Republic, all allies are immune to stun. They take reduced damage for percent health effects. It is a good day for... Yeah, thank fuck. At the start of battle, they gain Fearless and instant defeat immunity for 2 turns. Okay. Okay. Let us see the rest. Also, assaulting still gains protection up for 2 turns whenever she is damaged. Yeah, however, what are you daunting? Slight quick question. All enemies are immune to bonus TM gain, and they can't assist if they are targeting Old Republic allies? While she has protection, her health can't drop below 100%, and she can't be instantly defeated? Brother. What? Whenever a marked enemy starts their turn, Satele taunts for 1 turn. We still need to figure out where the mark is coming from. Whenever an ally reaches 75% health, Satele taunts for 1 turn. Is that the only source? When Satele reaches 25% health for the first time, she recovers 100% health and protection. If a JKR is an ally, he also gets this benefit. Thank fuck, because he is unbelievably squishy. It feels like me anytime that I played with Count Dooku in the past. I'm just like, you came from a different era of this game. And Dooku and Revan actually have like a large gap of time between them, but they share the same faults. On Grand Arenas, whenever an Old Republic ally with less than 20% health is damaged, they equalize their health with the strongest enemy. Interesting. If all allies are Old Republic, they gain immunity from reviving. They gain immunity... Is this... I think that this is the technical phrasing for revive prevention. So they are guaranteed to return? Which persists through defeat. This just sounds fun. This shit sounds very high dopamine already. I'm gonna say it. I don't know how she's gonna be on defense. She might be good. I kind of want to play this team. This shit just sounds unbelievably fun to drive. What the fuck more do you want of this? Dispel boss on all enemies, deal physical damage to target enemy, then deal true damage equal to 20% of her max protection to all enemies. Daze all enemies for 2 turns and reduce her tenacity stacking until end of battle. OR Jedi recover protection equal to 50% of Satele's max protection, and Old Republic attacker allies gain Jedi's will. That's the JKL buff, is it not? Satele gains defense up and tenacity up. Perfect defense. Show me perfect defense. Like, it's perfect defense. I knew. You don't just get to say those 2 things anymore. It's enemies that are not dazed at the end of this turn lose 10% max health stacking. Satele gains that much max protection stack until the end of battle. All right. Deal physical damage to target enemy and stun them for 2 turns. The return of crew. Taunts for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. If Revan and Basil are allies, the stunning can't be evaded or resisted, but it is still dispellable. Target enemy is already stunned, or remove 100% of their target meter. Okay. Target enemy is marked. Oh, so is the mark just JKR call it? Is she not doing any marking herself? Maybe. Probably. Target enemy is marked. All Old Republic Jedi allies gain 100% defense pen and offense stacking for 2 turns. I don't think they got it, but I'm sorry. Units. Revan. Oh wait, it's defense pay. He's a special damage dealer, right? Special resistance pen 230. You could do worse, but you could do a lot better. Old Republic, Bastila. Resi pen 60. Yeah. This is kind of in the realm of what I was worried about. And like, it's fucking Jolie. Do I even need to look? Yeah, he has 85 armor pen. Plus 100% armor pen here is nothing. Or defense pen, specifically. I mean, it will still help you, right? You're still happy to get the 100% offense. Interesting that it is for 2 turns, so in theory, like, what, Revan Maz on somebody? Maybe Basil call Revan, Jolie call Revan, try to get that cooldown cycled. Mark again, you have 200% offense. It's kind of funny. If Satele has defense up and tenacity, she dispels them and gains perfect defense, which can't be dispelled. Crucial words. Very, very fucking crucial words. Cool. Perfect defense for 2 turns. This is a 3-turn cooldown. This is a 4-turn cooldown, so it's going to be a little bit clunky to line up. So this boy said GL Revan. It's possible. Or does this mean that the Andor era is pushed back by 3 months, which more lines up with the GL timing that we're getting GL Cassian? Have you considered that? If it has to another resistance pen, what do you want about? I said that. What? Are you half listening and then fighting ghosts, sir? If there are no allied GLs, well, that maybe disproves the whole Revan theory. You said 85. I said that for Basil. What are we doing here? No, I said 85 for Jolie Bindo. Y'all are half fucking listening. Which is fine. I'm not saying here like you have to be sitting at full attention. Don't try to call me out on shit if you're half listening. God damn. You talk about armor pen and people are just like, I must defend its honor. It's actually 230. I'm like, okay, cool. It's still bad. You have to damage the target enemy twice. If Satele is taunting, deal 20% more damage and inflict buff immunity for 1 turn. If the target enemy is marked, deal an additional 20% damage and inflict healing immunity for 1 turn. Dispellable, resistible. Now look at our Arta base protection. Should I be excited or worried? That's a very... Why'd you say it like that? Is it gonna be like 20,000? Should the raise pen when everyone has way worse resistance means a bit more? That's fair. That's true. Isn't it character by character basis though? I know a lot of characters tend to have bad resistance, but I don't think it's a... Isn't it like a Isn't it technically a space where CG like explores flavor? It's good. Cool. She is an instant R10, huh? I have never seen an easier R10 in my life. And she gets protection up until the end of battle. Alright, man. I look very much forward to playing you. I don't know if I will be posting you, although to be honest, you probably could you? There's a lot of there is some shit there that I'm sure would trip some people up. But I'm having flashbacks to the last time to when Jedi Knight Revan. I tried my fucking hardest to Ethereocraft for Old Republic Jedi on defense. There are just some truths about how this squad operates on defense that you have to accept. That makes the team perform so much worse than when it's driven. Jolie is never going to revive when you hope that he does. He's always just going to blow that shit on tempo, which is opposite of tempo. The assist calls are never going to go where you want them. I think I remember one point where I thought that Bastila used to call weakest, but then someone proved that it was RNG or whatever. I used to be convinced that it's like, no, it's fine. GMI is weakest. She just calls him to assist. This is like 5 years ago at this point, right? So some of the shit might be wrong, but this is what I remember. And yeah, the Old Republic Jedi split is... Well, if we're talking about lack of options for Lusufu, 'Oh, so he doesn't have to be lead to an Orton. When I tried to run him with Ray the other day, I guess if it was like JK or GK, that would have worked. That's actually good to know. Wait, that's... Huh. So Ray, JK, or GK. Fuck Batcher. I see. $75,000 or 10. 108,000. 70% base armor. I mean, that's just R10. Base tenacity, solid enough that it would be an option. Armor, health, and protection. They don't really fuck with mastery though. Fuck, man. Yeah, a lot of this stuff won't trigger Hellsteel, unfortunately. Fuck, man. She just sounds good. She sounds solid. Again, like... I am nervous that posting it on defense, it's kind of the stranger non-Maul situation. It's like, there's a fuck ton of power, but when you post it on defense, you subject it to absolute scrutiny that holes will be poked and found. And then at that point, you're... It's a similar situation to what I did with QA and Saw, right? It's like, fundamentally, the sheer power that these teams are putting out is so much higher than what they're achieving on defense. Now, Maul in the picture, Stranger is probably way more postable, in my opinion. But in Satele's case, I'm picking up that kind of vibe. Just insane potential. But I can't help but feel a bit concerned. So while she is taunting, all enemies are immune to bonus TM gain, and they can't assist. But, like, the moment the taunt drops. Alright. She taunts when the person JKR marks goes. She taunts when somebody falls below 75. She taunts when she pushes this button locked for 2 turns. This ability is just going to be so important. Holy fuck. Biggest thing is starting a 505k protection. Does it actually go that high? Fuck, dude. She's got this move, recover protection equal to 50%. This spell's gonna have so many good banners on offense. Dude, are we on? She can undersize. There's no fucking way she can't undersize. It's the fucking trio. Would it not be? I mean, you could run Jolie if you want, but like, I don't know. Satele, Rev, and Baslo. Rub that shit. 3-man. I bet you could do it. Maybe Jolie. Or you're sitting out here like, I can't do anything if I can't. I gotta have my Juhani. What? No. It'll be okay. Nobody is dying on offense. I disagree. Look, man. I have been running into this a lot lately. We don't need this page anymore. Look at this fucking R10. Sorry, it's cut off. 38,000 protection at R10. This isn't even like a, oh, if you want to protect your ribbon, you can overinvest. There is nowhere to go. He has 45% base armor at R10. Yeah, you can't see it. Enjoy the radio play. I don't want to fix it. There. There you go. Fucking, there is just nowhere to go with them. This was not updated for him to now be in the lead slot. This is not going to apply to himself, which is the other side of it, right? Like, haha, I have JKR Savior. Haha, no the fuck you do not. And also, you are the squishiest person on this squad. Very interesting. Fuck, man. 2 good-ass characters. Coming down the pipes. Yes, it's El Savior. Yeah, the problem is that he is just extremely likely to eat it up. Which you have provide prevention. But cool. Very cool squad. I'm looking forward to it. I think she will suit my purposes quite well. Like, obviously, my first priority is going to be to look for defensive priorities, but like, unless we see more Old Republic Jedi reworks, I'm too traumatized in the past, dude. I put so much effort. I tried to be such a true believer that I was just like, no, look, man, I'm gonna gear 12, max gear piece all of them. I'm gonna 6A all of their mods, and then it'll be fine. It, I tried so goddamn hard back in the day to make Old Republic defensively viable. I feel like Calberis suits my purposes fine, at least while we're in this set. Maul will be out for like 35-40% of set 25. Yeah, Cal sounds good. Do you know how funny support run sounds on Maul? That man converts all of his protection into health, and then every time he gets critically hit, just says thank you for the protection up donation. I feel like a rage. That's just gonna be pretty stupid. CD is like, ha, you fool. You cannot heal above 75%. Maul's like, ha, you fool. I'm never falling below 80. Now, I do assume that support run would be fixed by then, so it's not going to be as silly as it would be right now. But it's incredibly funny to think about. It is so fucking funny to think about. That shit makes my brain happy. So both of these characters are going on 3 defense sets, right? Correct. Defense armor calculator. Base defense 70. Added defense 200. Wait, is that true? Oh wait, no, I fucked up. No, it's not true. So if we have 200% defense from mods, we are at 87.5% defense. Maul may 1 health? Fuck that. You are welcome to build health. Does she? Hey, quick question. She gets perfect defense. I mean, if you go defense sets, it'll overkill when she has this, but I would prefer to be prepared for when this is down, even though it's locked up for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. But it's 4 turns. Right, this is cooldown in 2 turns, but you have to wait for this, so it's more like 2 turn. It's half on, half off. Supercron work as it's all Old Republic? That is a fun question. And the leader is not a Jedi. Nope. Good try. A valid, noble attempt. I mean, he is still possibly a candidate, right? Enemies can't gain defense over stealth. What does it mean for Bad Batch? Is Omega's stealth unpreventable? Is she immune to his immune? Yeah, it's already being available. It's not shabby here. She's not really synergetic, though. I'm not limiting myself to Old Republic Jedi considerations here. It's just that non-Old Republic Jedi, except for Zalbar, tend to be kind of, you know. Yeah, it has to be an Old Republic Jedi who attacks at a turn to do the true damage, so it's not like Canderous is considerable for the multi-hit anyway. But a stranger team she plays nice with Marked. She's looking for marked enemies, I think, more than like she's looking for her taunting and enemies being marked. So yeah, there's no Maul interplay. Looking great to bring Old Republic back to B tier, if not A tier. She's not a meta monster. I would say she feels in about the ballpark of like a Queen Amidala. And those teams are getting insanely good mileages for me right now. So I am content. We will be playing this team a lot with good results. She's a stranger counter. Unless the protection true damage. Hey, what's the wording? It's not base max. It just says max. Uh Explain to me why this isn't deeply fucked up. Explain to me why this isn't, hey, JKR, shoot that guy, and then he just pushes the button, and then they just vanish in a wave of blinding light. I'm sorry, everyone. When I went in, everyone was like, "Oh, it's JML. It's budget JML." Brother, what? How is this worse JML? This is better JML. Are you just saying it because he doesn't have the Galactic Legend tag? Can I just like write a shitty sticker on it and paste it on my screen and then be like, "There, are you happy now?" Wait, yeah. Would bonus and protection up count? What the fuck? I gotta play, dude. The amount of dopamine this shit will give. Okay, does it become defense plausible just because of how fucked up this number is? It might. I mean, okay, we gotta go onto the website. I need to be able to start searching shit. It might be defensively viable. I'm okay. Remind me. I'll be muted days. Bastil's not that fast. We don't really have a speed start, do we? Like Bastil gives TM, but not by much, and it's unlikely for it to be going first. She's 140? God, I feel like I just saw someone from high school 10 years later. Like, oh. 140. It never felt like it because Reverend Lead at plus 40. It just 140. A 4 and then a 0. $131. God damn, this squad is slow. I mean, they have to have a weakness somewhere. But then, yeah. It's like, okay, you have Daze immune after Basilisk goes. Brother, you are going to be dazed when Basilisk goes. It wouldn't retroactively take the days off after, right? It's insane that the max protection true damage is Omicron locked. What the fuck? What is this squad supposed to do in TW? Oh my god. Stun immunity. Alright, Leia. Correspondent. Remind me. Immune to expose and fear. All eyes have plus 50% off as an acid. Start battle the game Fearless and is IDI for 2 turns. So you have Fearless for 2 turns. It's not really dispellable though, is it? Although this says can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. This does not, so it might just be dispellable. You can dispel their fearlessness. This is locked. This is not. But it says the IDI is. It doesn't mention locked here. Okay, this might be cope. There's a non-zero chance that these are locked and it just wasn't put in. Because IDI, I don't know if I've ever seen dispellable IDI before. So these might be locked and it's just not localized. Well, good news. We can just fucking look. I mean, that says locked, but... Or it's the locked icon. But... That doesn't necessarily mean it is. This is an edge case enough that I'm not entirely sure how to interpret this. I'm sure someone will say at some point. It would be weird if it was dispellable because I don't think we've seen dispellable IDI before, but whatever. Scared just sounds insanely fun to play, man. It's insanely fun to build too. Yeah, but the handler for moving Fearless is just because of her being attacked, right? I don't think that necessarily means that this is safe. Yeah, I would use her on offense and I want auto size. I want auto size, I want to blow some people up, get banners above 65. It's so on defense. It's like when she comes out week 1, people are not going to know how to handle it. They're going to get marked by Revan. Someone's going to explode. They are going to be angry. But in terms of defense puzzle building, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous to be going second and then have... Like, she has good tools, but the amount of conditionality gives the attacker a lot of leverage. We will be well suited to... Like, before you fight your first Satele, we want to know what we can do on 1. But I think if we know that, I don't think it will be that hard to pick apart. You just have to respect our windows of power. Kron said his ass. I'll be the judge of that. Stats. Armor Pen, still in. Bad Batch, still happy. I don't know FTCs. I don't know. Maybe it's just not done. I assume there has to be STCs. We got health, we got protection, we got armor pen, we got no defense, we got crit image, no tenacity. Sure. Dark side offense stacking. Whatever. Dark side 10% cooldown, not bad. Dark side buffs, quite good. Light side Ampeg, Bad Batch is happy. Light side protection up. Solid. This will be quite funny for Satele, will it not? But I guess she has to reach the health to be able to gain it. Some of you won't be. Nah, it's not that funny. LSTM. That will help Satele slightly. Against the dark side, I guess. Or you just run LSTM into LSTM and that'd be like, wow, why are you so slow? I mean, the 3 is alright. Dark side is left in a squishy spot, but, you know, they got cooldown aggression and they've got buff aggression. They will be fine. Bad Batch has good toys to play with here. I'm sure this would be quite lovely on Bad Batch. Ampeg is also quite good for Bad Batch. LSTM, also quite good for Bad Batch. Bounty Hunter Droid. That's it? Dang. That's kind of crazy. So this is largely just a level 3 plus stat set. I'm done. Aura, whenever Aura stuns, stacks. Eh. BBATM. This might have an Afra ramping effect. This might be intended for Afra plus IG-90. This looks suspicious. This looks very suspicious. Oh, it's 20% TM. This is an Afra. This is an Africron. This is Africron. Chupio. Whatever Chupio's dealt damage reflects. IG-11. Whatever IG-11 inflicts a debuff, they recover. Chopper. Whatever Phoenix ally takes damage, all Phoenix allies gain 30% max health and 30% offense for 1 turn. Weird. Whenever Chopper takes damage while taunting, Chopper recovers 50% protection, and all Phoenix allies give 30% TM. This is actually kind of high power, no? It says stacking for 1 turn, so no. But it's a per time a Phoenix ally takes damage, 1 man presses an AoE and you just say, oh, boom, 150 max health, 150 offense? That's... And then, again, Chopper, not necessarily that good of a tank normally, but he's basically Stormtrooper Hunt here. Whatever Chopper takes damage, all Phoenix allies gain 30% TM. But is it more high power than 200% crit damage every turn? Yes. Yes. It's matchup centric, but yes. Yeah, the dodges are low rolls for you, but it is what it is. Fennec for some she goes below, healing gain TM. I don't think that'll matter. Like in the past, for like Fennec versus LV calls, that like there were times where Fennec was getting checked on her bulk that might have mattered, but eh. There'd be a basic TM on their, if it wasn't on their turn, maybe, but not really. Forlom, nah. Huyang, whenever Huyang uses a special ability of Jensen, Padsab, Esbri, allies, they gain offense, CD, death pen for 2 turns, and they each assist. So the lead slot, she gains team and offense for 2 turns. Whenever Huyang gains History of the Galaxy, all allies gain crit chance and offense until the end of battle. I'm not necessarily won over by this. Maybe if a Leia squad, but I mean, if you just assume that this is going to be going on Jin, right? The fact that it requires Ezra to be a ally is unfortunate. This forces, I like, my brain was starting to go down the like, well, what if you cut Ezra and then just like undersize or 3v3, just try to get some extra value, making this squad more aggressive. They require the full 5 squad to be there, so you are forced to run the full budget and forced to lose because of the issues that the full budget has. It's such a shame that they force you to running all 5. Zuckus is Asu saw for Roku's. Let's see. Or Zuckus uses a special, all bounty hunter allies gain protection for 2 turns. Zuckus calls a random bounty hunter ally to assist all allies gain force for 2 turns. I'm not that wide by it. Chopper quite good. IGD8 quite good. That's about it. Okay, maybe Huyang could be like interesting for trying to fight Seabane, but the Leia matchup should be largely unaffected, right? What's on the 6s? Our bounty hunter ally inflicts a debuff on enemy. They gain 30% offense, stacking max 300% until the end of battle. Okay, depending on the bounty hunter for the Assault squad, this could be extremely disgusting. So if you find her allies they're not taking damage, gain CC up, offense up. Nah. Whenever bounty hunter ally critically hits enemy during the turn, that ally gains offense stacking for 2 turns. If it wasn't on turn, Asajj might make this good. Well, probably not. Whenever bounty hunter allies attack on a turn, they have a 25% chance to remove 10% TM from the target. 2 conditional. I mean, we do a lot of attacking out of turns that it could just like stack up value over time. I'm never gonna say never, but I'd be nervous about RNG. Whatever bounty hunter ally has full protection at the start of the turn, they deal 100% more damage. That might be it. It's probably this. It's just gonna make Asajj go fucking nuts. It's probably this. There might be situations where this makes sense. but it's not team-wide offense, right? It's per character, so it would have to be a character that's like attacking at a turn, inflicting a lot of debuffs, and that making sense for them. It's this. It's gonna be this. You are playing tempo bounty hunters, Asajj, just fucking mass murdering things. You will be seeing this when this era ends. Yeah, it's coming. Droid. At start of each droid ally's turn, inflict target lock, which can be resisted to a random enemy that doesn't have it. Whenever a droid ally uses a basic ability against an enemy with target lock, they recover 10% protection and gain 5% turn meter. Afra, gaining the ability to try to get full banners, or maybe -1. So now you get Django gets 3% offense turn 1. Yes, but it's a question of how, like, do you want to go sign a Django centric? Would you rather give him 300%, or would you rather give everybody 200%? Or I guess 100%. You calculate it as 100%. Yeah, this was good for Grievous as well. But this will be quite good for Afrin. Droid Dido, whatever. I mean, I say whatever, maybe fine for Afra in some spots, but I am a lot more attracted by the protection recovery. Winning these days is less attractive to me than winning in style, and by style I mean possibly undersizing and with full banners. Unless you are like if you are winning messily, you better be killing something good. Is the way I would put it. Right. Whenever droid allies target another ally with an ability during their turn, that shit barely ever happens. We can just move on. Whenever droid allies recover health, they recover protection equal to the amount of health recovered. That actually might be nice for Afra too, to be honest. It's a shame this isn't Scoundrel, because it would help Afra as well. But that's not shabby. Okay, so for upcoming characters, Asajj, huge benefits from this shit. IG-90, large benefits from this shit. Maul will be very potent just on his own merit. Trying to think. I mean, Leia, Stormtrooper, Luke, is there any hook off of droids for Leia? Not really, right? We'd be kind of looking for... Nah. Oh, he's a support. Alright. It was almost funny. Almost. It was almost funny. R2 DTO might be funny. I have had an R2 like crit my SLK for a monstrous amount in the past, but I don't know if that's the first angle I would try. Cannon Chopper. I slightly thought about it, but I don't know if Leia Phoenix Hybrid really gets that much sauce from this, because it's only Terminator to Phoenix people. Like Chopper Crex +1, I'm not sure really juices. I had already kind of thought about it and then wrote it off. Yeah, I'm just not sure that just sounds real. I don't know, man. It's a small Datacron set, and so maybe people are saying it's shit because of that. I don't think this is shit. I think some of this stuff is coming a lot fucking sooner than you think. We are, what, 1 month away from the era ending? It looks mostly shit to you. That's fine. That's fine. See you in a month. It's hard to argue with the way to stats. That's fine. I'll see you in a month. People are gonna fucking explode. It's just the question of where and what. All right. Anything else? Quizzitive Barris kind of left in the lurch, but I'm not too fussed about her anyway. The moment that I realized that she stopped Rio from reviving, I was just like, why? What? Chupio also kind of left out in the cold, but it's whatever to me. Wookiees are kind of more of a early mid game player thing. Droid could maybe affect Empire in some spots, but with like IPD, right? Technically dark. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon to resolve what happens when you don't post 3 defense teams and you give your opponent 12 free banners. Still winnable. Either winnable if I play perfectly, or we can test on him. But that's attacker crown, so my attacker crown will be good in some respects, but just very glass cannon. Amp bag. Definitely do too much, I don't think. Extra hard mode? Yeah. But I mean, we've done shit against plenty of these teams before. We need to gain 12 banners back. Plus whatever extra they make on top. So yeah, we will see. Tomorrow afternoon, probably at the old time, GAC hard mode. Well, it might not be at the old time, because I might be too fucking tired. I don't know. I fucked myself up over the holidays. Pretty badly, by not sleeping. Just trying to do too much shit at once. Yeah, whatever. I'll ping it out in the Discord. At minimum. Anyway, we'll have to do some prep to figure out how to count back to 12. That's my stranger lineup. It's kind of silly. I don't know. I was in a fucking fugue state as I was like trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do, and then I passed out. And that's probably reflected in the current state of my defense. I was just like, fuck it, man. Round 1, I want to try a stranger once and see how that feels. Malik goes for the revive prevention, topical to Maul. Cal Barris, just generic shell, but there's no tank, of course. The tank is ostensibly Cal. Also topical to Maul, weirdly enough. I feel slightly vindicated that it looks like the vibes I was getting from playing with Stranger so far and the vibes that Maul is putting out are very fucking similar. You want the revive prevention, you want a diffused tank who isn't necessarily hard required, but yeah. I mean, look, man. Imagine Maul in this spot. Everything gets fixed pretty fucking quick. Maul self-taunting tank? Cool. Taunt bouncing over to Cal at times? Cool. Barris Cal support cron shell helping protect against Riva? Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just gonna be very cool. Fuck, man, what a couple of kits. I mean, one of them we get to play very, very shortly here, and then in a month in the proper modes. Satele, I'm very hungry to try out now. I wonder if should be playable in the next area. Like, is it gonna be an Old Republic era? I mean, she's not a journey guided character unlocked, though. It's probably not. Fuck, man. What a cool thing. Well, go farm some defense mods. Dude, if Maul returns in 3 months and people are getting Satele and Maul at the same time, I think people are just going to die. People like it's gonna be too much dopamine at once. Holy fuck. Just fucking neuron overstimulation into implosion. My opponents have a stranger. They said Old Ben Visas. Open Visas plus. Oh, Mara. I don't think Mara is a terrible choice here, but I don't think it is all that great. If this... Oh wait, it does call useful pawn. Yeah, that's kind of fun then. Not great, not terrible. Not a great comp. I tend to agree. I mean, it will be hyper aggressive, right? It preloads Stranger, it's got Attacker Cron, all the Mastiffs will be doing Attacker Cron true damage. It's Glass Cannon. It's, I think, how I put it. Don't know what I'm gonna do against it yet. I need to figure out my game plan against Stranger, because there's a few teams that I think can win, but it's just a question of unfucking my banner situation. We need to do it very cleanly. And then, yeah, there might be GL's back wall or whatever, but, like, this, we did undersize, we just did undersize everything. 68s or 69s all around, so. Would be Stranger team with Maul, SK Barris. With Barris Datacron. I am personally interested in Bad Batch, but I would not recommend anybody try it. I mean, Jedi Master Mace, I think, looked very promising in Squad Arena. Did I notice 2-turn instant kill with Fracture Basic? I mean, we knew it ever since Stranger got revealed. Yeah, this is a very interesting test. It would be awesome to not be in this scenario, but this is very gun to my head efficiency test. So who do I have that was on defense? Treya is here. Who was on defense? Maz was on defense. Maz could maybe undersize, surely. I mean, Maz might be good against Stranger as well. I would be nervous against Healer Crown with Maz. Against Attacker Crown, it might just be fine, though. It might just be, hey, shoot that guy. Counters will be there if you even want to pretend to be decent on defense. I don't think. Cal is there as a sweetener. Barris, I think, is the one who needs to be there. Because Cal is what? It's 5% health or protection. Nobody Stranger is built for protection. So it's not like your anti-death mark ratios are like pushed that hard. Reeve is also a probable Star Killer counter. I just didn't shout it out because I don't know how it flows. The fact that Chimera gets repeatedly death marked means that there is probably going to be a world where Riva has some sort of checkmate to put on him. It's just a question of figuring out the mechanics on it. %, health do. Ow. Are you talking support run? Chimera's not a Nufu. Yeah, this is 20% health, 40% health, 45 plus 5% protection percent health to try to put on Chimera to buy time before the locked heal immunity comes down, and then hoping that he can win out surviving. We shall see. I just expect to be overkilled, right? Our opponent is at minimum holding 7 GLs. Let's be real here. But it would be cool if Stranger could perhaps upset. It would help me a lot. Gas cracks. Not a support crown, though. I mean, I imagine Vsauce will probably be weakest in a lot of cases. 71, 54 verse. Also, some Stranger ramp a little bit of his health past that. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be back sometime tomorrow afternoon. Might be an earlier start than end of round, depending on how things line up. I need to make up for my sins. I'm missing so much sleep, man. What the hell? All right. Oh, thanks for hanging out. Insane kits. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. Holy shit. Anyway, peace out.